What is up, everyone? If you're new to the channel, my name is Blakeleigh, and I'll take you guys along for a ride. Tonight's a little different because, as you can see, it's nighttime. I thought it'd be a little fun, and I've been itching to get out on the bike and make one of these videos, so we'll see how it works out. Hope everyone had a good holidays. I went home to see my parents for Christmas. I had to work on the 25th, so I had to drive back Christmas Eve. But I was home for maybe 6 days. It's a great time. It was my sister's birthday in there. Went golfing with my dad there for a good bit. We went golfing a couple times, and altogether it was a good little vacation. Everyone needs those, and I really recommend it. I have, where I work, a good amount of vacation time, and the last couple of years I always feel like I shouldn't take it just because I'm not sure I feel bad about it, but lately I've just realized that it's something that the company gives you, and I'm just going to use it. Let's try to catch up to this car up here. They were kind of zooming by me. Yep. Alright, not worth a speeding ticket. There's a lot of cops around this area, so I've gone about 2 years without a speeding ticket. I think I'm working on 3 now, so we're going to try to keep that title belt on us at all times. Alright, so went home, and it was a great time. I don't remember having such a good holiday season around my parents with my family in such a long time. I met up with one of my friends for the first time in a couple of years. He's doing great, and I just felt really good. Felt good to have this break in here in between semesters with school and having a good break from work. But we are back, and I still feel good about coming back. So let's talk about this coolant pipe issue now. Oh, it is dark over here. As long as it doesn't get up to 200 degrees or so, it honestly is fine. I don't want to take it to work or anything, but riding around my home basically is fine, because if anything were to happen, I'd be able to limp it back. But I work about 30 miles across the highway from my house, so that'd be a little bit much. I'd have to, call my roommate to bring my truck and load it up, and it's just not worth it when I have a perfectly good vehicle I can take with me. Alright, still dark as hell. Alright, here we go. So, the coolant pipe, I ordered it the 27th of November, and I believe the 18th of December or so, it was supposed to be delivered. And to be fair with the company I ordered it from, I didn't notice this when I ordered it, but it said it had a 1 to 2 week lead time, which just means I imagine they have to get it from their supplier and then ship it to me, which that was a big forehead smack for me. But still, that's my fault, and I'm fine with that. But then the company, it took 2.5 weeks, and then on the 18th, like I was saying, it got lost, like in the mail. Whenever you get the USPS tracking where it says your shipment is on its way, but it's arriving late, and I just had a feeling it was going to be lost. A week goes by, another week goes by, and it's still nowhere. So I order another part, and that one is supposed to come in Friday, I think. We're supposed to come in pretty soon. So I believe that'll be when I upload this video, will be the day that it comes in. So hopefully that'll come in and we'll be able to install it. But it's really put a dampener on when I can make these videos, because the more times I ride the bike, the worse the pipe's gonna get and the less I can ride. But hopefully that'll come in, and then I'll just have to call the other company and get a refund, or maybe eventually it'll show up, who knows. This whole area is pretty cool. It's amazing that the Christmas lights are still up, but still, look at that, the palm trees. I think it annoys me whenever, I'm from Florida obviously, a lot of times people will just wrap lights around the base of the palm tree, so when you're looking at someone's house, you just see what looks like a stick with lights wrapped around it in the middle of their yard, and instead of, putting green lights on the pond fronds, like the top leaves, it just looks stupid. It just looks like a bunch of sticks come out of their yard. Anyway, so hopefully the next video will be me showing you guys the whole process of replacing this part. It should be relatively simple. It shouldn't take me too long, and it'll also show how to flush your coolant, which a lot of people, I feel like, look over that maintenance, because I mean, I'm not sure why, but it just doesn't seem like something you necessarily need to do. And I think a lot of people look over that with their vehicles, like their cars, trucks. I know I did. I'm sure the coolant that's in my truck before I switched it out, it's at 200,000 miles right now. I switched it out maybe around 180. I bet that coolant that was in there was the same from when I first got it. So it's just good to have the regular maintenance, and it'll show how to flush that along with the whole process. And I know whenever I'm watching YouTube, I just watch the most random things. Like I recently was watching someone that is a pipeline welder, and just like his job, I don't know, it's interesting just learning about it. Well, is it any information that I will ever use? Probably not, but it interests me to show how different things are done, and hopefully the same kind of people are watching this. If not, you know, you can watch a different, like another one of my videos instead. But hopefully it could also be useful for different people. Who knows, maybe someone else out there needs to replace their cracked pipe, and instead of shelling out dollars at the dealership, they can do it themselves. And I'm really a big supporter of doing your own work on your own vehicles, to an extent. Of course, you know, you don't want to be doing things that, you know, you don't have the proper tools for, or you don't know. In those cases, you should definitely take it to a professional. But things like this, replacing this one part that's very easily accessible, change your oil, replacing, you know, simple things. I think everyone should learn how to do it. Saves you money, and you know, it makes you feel accomplished. What's up, guys? So I made it back to the garage, but I did have a casualty. I was stuck behind like 20 cars at the stop sign, and I couldn't turn off the bike because it was slowly moving forward, but I wasn't moving fast enough to cool down the bike. So the super glue covered coolant pipe did explode all over my leg. Didn't really burn me that much, but I was really concerned that I didn't have enough coolant left to make it back home, but luckily I was pretty close. And we made it back running at like 200 degrees the whole way. Whenever I came back, I had to blast this fan up inside, and then if you can see, there's coolant residue all over the engine and everywhere. The pipe runs right through here, so luckily it doesn't like spray directly out onto me, but it just kind of like splashes around, and it's also all the way along the swing arm. And if you know what burnt coolant smells like, you can imagine how bad my garage smells like now. But I believe that'll end me riding around with this busted coolant line. Luckily the new one comes in Friday, and I'll be able to install that and be good to go. If you guys want to subscribe, like, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.